Okay, so we're going to look at spheres now. So this is the surface area only from 1.6. We're not going to look at all of spheres. We're only going to look at the surface area. Volume will be handled in another video. Okay, so what is a sphere? Well, it's something like this. The planet Earth is a sphere. Well, it's nearly a sphere. There's some imprecision in its shape. A billiard ball is another example of something that's almost exactly perfectly a sphere, but of course there's some manufacturing imprecision there. Well, a sphere is the set of all points that are equidistant from a center point. And that distance from the center point is our radius r. The surface area formula is given here. Surface area for a sphere is 4 times pi times r squared. Okay, first basic question here is to find the surface area of a sphere with a diameter of 8 centimeters. Now we should be careful about the word diameter. A diameter crosses a sphere or crosses a circle, goes from one end to the other, whereas a radius only crosses from the center to the outside. So the radius here is going to be half the size of the diameter, or we have a radius of 4 centimeters. Okay, we can now answer the question. The surface area is 4 times pi times 4 squared. Okay, so it's just a matter of typing this into my calculator. I get 4 squared times pi times 4, and I get a surface area of 201 point, well, rounding, we get 0.1 centimeters squared. Okay, for a second question here, we want to find the surface area of a hemisphere with a radius of 5 inches. Now, what is a hemisphere? Well, it's a sphere that has been cut in half. So we have the spherical end of things, and then I've come and chopped it in half. And so I actually have a base that's a circle base with an area pi r squared. And I have the top of the hemisphere, which is half of the sphere. So I've got 4 pi r squared divided by 2, or 2 pi r squared for the area of the outside of our hemisphere. If you look carefully, the base of the circle is pi r squared, and the half of a sphere is 2 pi r squared. You add that up together, you actually get 3 pi r squared. So the hemisphere surface area is 3 pi r squared. In this example, we've got 3 times pi times 5 squared. And it's just a matter of typing that in. 3 times pi times 5 squared is 253.6 square inches. Last problem is a backwards problem. In this case, we're given the following. The surface area of a sphere is 250 square inches. What is its radius? Okay, well, the formula tells us this. Surface area is 4 times pi times r squared. Well, we know the surface area, so we'll replace that. That's 250. So it's 250 equals 4 times pi times r squared. Okay, we'll now divide each side by 4 pi. On the right side, 4 divided by 4 is 1, and pi divided by pi is 1. And all we're left with is r squared. So now we have r squared is equal to 250 divided by 4 pi. Well, then we can find r by square rooting r squared. So we'll square root both sides of the equation. In other words, r will be the square root of whatever this number is, 250 divided by 4 pi. It's now just a matter of doing some typing. Okay, just doing the number inside, the radical, I get 250 divided by 4 pi is 19.8. And I take the square root of that answer, and I find that the radius is therefore 4.46 inches.